So here's the thing. Your cat has emotional needs and only you can satisfy them. It can sometimes be easy, in the busy hustle and bustle of human life, to unintentionally neglect your kitty's emotional needs. Many cat owners only find out that they've been doing so after the bond between them and their cat has already been damaged, potentially irreversibly. Luckily, there are a few simple things you can do that will make your cat instantly appreciate you more, starting with this really fun one. Number 1. Studies have shown that cats respond to the voices of their cat parents more than they do to the voices of strangers. You're not imagining it. Your kitty really does recognize your voice. But scientists have also found that cats respond to certain tones more than others. Specifically, cats really like baby talk. This isn't as strange as it sounds. When people use baby talk, they tend to speak more slowly and use a higher pitch. They also often lower their volume. Cats evolved to hunt creatures like rodents and small birds, animals that tend to make high-pitched squeaking and chirping noises. As a result, their ears are naturally adapted to hearing high-pitched noises. Meanwhile, the slow voice and quiet tone come across as calming and relaxing to your cat. Number 2. Boop. If you have more than one cat in your home, and they get along well together, you might have been fortunate enough to see the two of them kissing. Except they're not kissing with their lips, they're kissing with their noses. Nose booping is a way that cats exchange scents with the people and cats that they love, reaffirming each other's statuses as members of the same family group. You can send this message of love to your own cat by gently booping their nose with your finger. Just make sure that you move slowly and gently so that you don't accidentally hurt your cat. Their noses can be sensitive, and we humans can so easily forget our own strength. Number 3. Do you ever notice your kitty staring at you from across the room and wonder what their deal is? Ever catch their eye and see them slowly blink like they're trying to tell you something? They are. A slow blink, also known as a cat kiss, is your cat's way of expressing their love and asking you if you feel the same way. To reassure your cat and return their affection, meet their gaze and slowly blink back. Number 4. Speaking of cat communication, one activity that you might not think of when coming up with things to do with your feline friend is reading to them. That's right, although your cat probably isn't as eager as you are to find out what happens next in your favorite murder mystery thriller series, they might still appreciate having you read it aloud to them. Your cat can't understand the exact words you're saying, but they will be able to tell from your tone that you are happy and engaged, which will reassure them that everything is right with the world. Also, although cats can use small bouts of eye contact to express affection, as we mentioned previously, prolonged staring tends to make them uncomfy. If you're reading a book, then you have to look at the page, which ensures a lot of breaks in eye contact between you and your fur baby. Number 5. Cats may not be as famous as dogs when it comes to tracking, but with a sense of smell that is 14 times more sensitive than that of a human, they're not exactly bad at it. To test your fur baby's sniffing skills, why not try setting up a fun treasure hunt? Hide some of your cat's favorite treats or toys. Catnip toys work best for this, and watch them try to sniff them out. Number 6. Most of a cat's favorite games involve pretending to hunt, and setting up ways for them to do that will ensure that you continue to be their favorite person. Try setting aside time each day to dangle some string for them to run after, or even invest in a remote-controlled mouse toy for them to hunt down. Some cats will even enjoy a game of fetch, played with a felt mouse or toy ball. Number 7. If your cat seems to spend a lot of time sitting in the sink, you might want to try turning on the faucet for them. The wild ancestors of our domestic cats evolved to prefer running sources of water, like streams and rivers, over stagnant sources like puddles and ponds, because running water in nature is usually cleaner. Certain breeds of cat, like Maine Coons, are especially drawn to faucets and fountains. If your cat seems like they might appreciate it, you can even try getting them a water fountain of their very own so that they can have a nice cool drink whenever they want. Number 8. Your cat loves new toys, but you can't keep buying them. You need to pay for food and electricity as well. But don't worry, there's a solution. Simply remove some of the toys that your cat doesn't play with as much and hide them for a week or two. When you reintroduce them, your cat will react like they're new toys. You can then sneakily remove some of the others and start the cycle again. Rotating your kitty's toys ensures that they always have something new to play with without you having to break the bank. Number 9. Everybody wants a little place of their own, and your kitty is no different. Cats are prey animals, and as such, they derive comfort from being snuggled up in small, enclosed spaces where they feel safe from predators. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can buy your cat a veritable chateau from the range of cat dens you'll find at most pet stores, but most kitties will be just as happy, if not more so, with a homemade house made out of a cardboard box with a towel draped over it for privacy and a blanket inside for coziness. Number 10. You might have seen this trend on TikTok. If you have an old toothbrush that you're about to throw out, definitely don't use one that you ever intend on putting in your mouth again. Trust us. Then clean it thoroughly to make sure there isn't any toothpaste left on the bristles. Wet it under the faucet, and then use it to gently brush your cat's fur. To your cat, the bristles will feel like papillae, the tiny spines that cover a cat's tongue and act like a comb when they groom themselves. Doing this will remind them of their mom grooming them when they were a kitten and will ensure that you get all their love and affection. Number 11. Getting your cat high might not sound like the healthiest thing to do, but fortunately, catnip, unlike many human drugs, has no negative health effects. You can buy powdered catnip or toys stuffed with it at most pet stores. Not all cats are affected by it, but if your cat is one of the lucky 70 to 80%, then the mere sniff of it will be enough to have them lying down blissed out of their minds. Scientists have no way of knowing exactly what is going through your kitty's mind when they're in a catnip haze, but given that the movements they make while on it will often mimic the movements they'd make during mating rituals, it's safe to say that the sensation they're feeling is pretty euphoric. Number 12. Cats don't quite qualify as tree-dwelling mammals, but they certainly like to spend a lot of their time up off the ground. If you want to make your home more feline-friendly, you can do it by utilizing the vertical space. Cat trees are a good way to give your cat somewhere to practice their climbing skills, but you can also set up bridges and pathways along your walls to give your kitty an off-the-ground highway. Think of it like a larger, open-air version of those tubes that hamsters run around in. If you're looking for a cheaper option, however, you can also try clearing space on the shelves you already have in your home and repurposing them as cat perches, complete with cozy cushions or blankets. Just make sure you don't keep anything too delicate on the surrounding shelves and ensure that there is some kind of furniture nearby that you don't mind your kitty using as a ladder to climb up there. By the way, did you know that there are everyday things that many cat parents do that make cats think that we don't love them? Check out this video to find out what you should never do to your kitty.